Every single day, people around the world drink over 5 billion cups of tea, and black tea makes up the largest share of that. It's not just a daily habit, it's a global tradition. Yet, while millions enjoy it, most have never seen how those simple leaves transform inside the factory. So stick around here at the Process World as we dive into how these fresh tea leaves go through all the precise steps to become the bold brew loved by so many. Black tea's journey began in 17th century China, during the Qing dynasty. The story goes that when soldiers delayed tea processing in the Fujian region, the leaves stayed out longer than usual and started to oxidize. Instead of spoiling, the leaves developed a darker color and a richer taste. This accidental discovery created what we now know as black tea. As the flavor gained popularity, Chinese traders started exporting it to Europe, where it quickly became a favorite. By the 19th century, British traders saw the demand growing fast. They set up massive tea plantations in India, especially in Assam and Darjeeling, and also in Sri Lanka. This allowed black tea to spread worldwide and meet the growing European appetite. Over time, black tea became a global product, loved not only for its taste, but also for its strength and ability to keep its flavor during long journeys across oceans. But how does that process go about? Before any factory work starts, the tea plants need the right care and environment. Black tea comes from the Camellia sinensis plant, which grows best in warm, humid regions with plenty of rainfall. Areas like Assam, Darjeeling, Sri Lanka, and Kenya provide these ideal conditions. The plants are usually grown on large estates or small farms where workers carefully maintain them to produce healthy, flavorful leaves. When the leaves are ready for harvest, skilled workers hand-pluck only the top 2 leaves and a bud from each plant. This selection is important because younger leaves contain the most flavor and the right amount of natural compounds needed for good quality tea. Timing is also key. Leaves are usually harvested early in the day when they are fresh and hold the right amount of moisture levels. Once picked, the leaves are quickly gathered and transported to the factory for the first step. But before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. As soon as the fresh tea leaves arrive at the factory, the first task is to reduce their moisture content. This step is called withering. Workers spread the leaves out in thin layers on large troughs or mesh racks. Then cool air flows over them, either naturally or with the help of fans. This process helps remove nearly half of the water inside the leaves. Withering usually takes about 10 to 16 hours, depending on the weather and the type of tea being produced. During this time, the leaves start to soften. This is important because soft leaves are easier to roll in the next stage. At the same time, withering triggers chemical changes inside the leaves that will later shape the tea's flavor and aroma. By the end of this stage, the leaves are flexible and ready for rolling. This is where the real transformation begins. The leaves are placed into rolling machines that gently twist and press them. As they roll, the cell walls inside the leaves break down. This releases natural juices and enzymes, which are essential for developing the tea's flavor. Rolling also shapes the leaves and prepares them for the next step, oxidation. Factories use different rolling methods depending on whether they're making traditional orthodox tea or using faster CTC, crush tear curl method. Orthodox rolling is slower and keeps more of the leaf's original shape, while CTC quickly breaks the leaves into small, even pieces. The goal in both methods is the same: to prepare the leaves for oxidation by exposing their natural chemicals to air. The quality of rolling affects how well the tea will develop its taste and aroma in the next stage. Now, this is a key step that gives black tea its deep color and bold flavor. The rolled leaves are spread out in a cool, humid room where they are exposed to air. During oxidation, natural enzymes in the leaves react with oxygen. This causes the leaves to turn from green to a reddish-brown shade. The oxidation process can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, depending on the specific tea and flavor the factory wants to achieve. Temperature and humidity are carefully controlled to guide how much the leaves oxidize. The longer the oxidation, the stronger and darker the tea will become. As the leaves change color, they also develop the rich, complex taste that black tea lovers enjoy. Once the leaves reach the right level of oxidation, they move on to drying so the process can be stopped at the perfect moment. Drying is important because it stops the oxidation process and removes most of the remaining moisture from the leaves. Without this step, the tea wouldn't last long on shelves or keep its flavor. The oxidized leaves are moved into large drying machines where hot air is carefully blown over them. The heat reduces the moisture content down to 2 or 3%. This not only preserves the leaves, but also helps bring out their final aroma and flavor. Drying usually takes place at temperatures between 90 and 120 degrees Celsius, depending on the tea type and factory process. The workers monitor this stage closely to avoid overheating, which could damage the quality of the tea. By the end of the drying, the leaves are crisp and ready for sorting and grading. This process organizes the leaves based on their size, shape, and overall quality. Sorting is done using machines that separate the leaves into different grades. Whole leaves, broken leaves, fannings, and dust are the most common categories. Whole leaves usually have the highest quality because they keep more of the natural oils and flavors. Broken leaves still offer good taste, but brew a stronger, quicker cup. Fannings and dust are much smaller particles, often used in tea bags because they release flavor rapidly when steeped. Some factories also use additional checks to remove any unwanted stems or fibers before the tea moves to packaging. This careful attention ensures that each batch meets the standards for flavor, aroma, and appearance. By the end of grading, the tea is fully processed and ready to be packed and shipped to markets around the world. But then, not all black tea is made using the traditional rolling method. Many factories also use a faster process called CTC, which stands for crush, tear, curl. Let me break it down for you. Well, this method was developed in the 1930s to meet the growing demand for strong, quick brewing tea. In the CTC process, withered leaves are fed into machines that crush them, tear them into small pieces, and then curl them into tiny pellets. This method creates tea that brews quickly and gives a bold, brisk flavor. It's usually popular for making tea bags since the smaller particles release the flavor faster than whole leaves or broken leaves. CTC tea is widely used in countries where people prefer stronger tea, often enjoyed with milk and sugar. It's efficient, cost-effective, and produces a consistent product that's easy to blend and package. While some tea lovers prefer the more delicate flavors of an orthodox black tea, CTC has its own loyal following and plays a big role in meeting global tea demand. Anyway, once everything is ready, it's now time for packaging. This stage is just as important as others because it keeps the tea fresh and flavorful until it reaches your cup. Factories start by weighing and sealing the tea into bulk packaging. For large shipments, the tea is placed in moisture-proof containers lined with aluminum or foil to prevent any air, moisture, or odors from affecting the leaves. For retail packaging, the tea is packed into different formats. Loose leaf tea is often sealed in foil-lined pouches or airtight tins. Tea bags are machine-packed into smaller filter paper bags, sometimes with strings and tags attached for easy brewing. Some factories also produce ready-to-drink bottled tea or instant tea powders for quick preparation. Every part of the packaging process focuses on keeping the tea's quality intact. Proper sealing prevents the loss of aroma and flavor, while also protecting the tea from light and air, which can cause it to go stale over time. Once packaged, the tea is ready for transport and sale, completing its journey from fresh leaves in the field to a flavorful brew enjoyed around the world. So next time you sip your black tea, will you think about the long journey it took from a fresh green leaf to a bold brew in your cup? Or will it taste even better now that you know the story behind it? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.